I'm Robson Green. In my day job, I'm an actor.
I am absolutely speechless.
But in my own time, I'm an angling addict.
Nothing compares to this. Nothing.
Over years of traveling the globe, I've become one of the most experienced fishermen on the planet.
And now, I'm about to put that experience to the test.
In the world of fishing, there's a special badge of honor for anglers, the Grandslams.
I've only just gone and done it!
It's catching 3 species from a set list within a single day. Getting a slam can even mean getting your name in the record books.
Are there any actors in here?
Not that I know of.
And that is angling immortality.
It ain't gonna be that easy.
On this journey, I'll be in 10 of the best fishing destinations on the planet.
Whoa! What a monster!
It's 10 chances to join the ranks of the angling elite.
That's one of the slam fish we wanted!
It'll be tough, but I'll be giving it my best shot and having the time of my life. It's my fishing reputation on the line.
And it is up to me to reel it in.
This time, my Grand Slam quest brings me to America's largest state, Alaska. Home to more than 3,000 rivers, it's a fisherman's paradise. And at the right time of year, the best place on Earth to catch the species I'm after this time, salmon. The world record was caught right here.
97 pounds, 4 ounces, by a guy called Les Anderson. A record that still stands to this day, over 30 years later.
If he can pull off a fishing feat here, then so can I.
Wish me luck, Les.
I've timed my trip for one thing, the famed salmon run on the Kenai River. In this part of Alaska, it's an annual wonder of nature. As the salmon journey from the sea and upriver to spawn, the anglers descend, drawn by the promise of magnificent catches.
Here, millions upon millions of salmon start and end their lives. Yeah, I've come here for the Salmon Grand Slam.
My slam targets are any 3 species of Pacific salmon. In the river, that could mean the silver, the sockeye, the pink, or the biggest of the lot, the king. Catching any 3 of these gets me my slam.
I definitely know I'm in Alaska because, believe it or not, the sun is still shining and it's 11 o'clock at night. Isn't that a pretty sight? And I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go fishing at 5.
I guess a landscape like this deserves the daylight. Today, I'm getting to know these waters, and to a man who grew up on fly fishing, the Kenai is legendary.
You know, I started fishing at the age of 7 with my uncle, who took me out trout fishing on a local river in Northumberland in the northeast of England. And on that first morning, when I cast my very first fishing line, I caught a 4-pound trout. And my uncle would always talk to me about some of the other rivers, not only in Great Britain, but around the world. And one that kept cropping up was the Kenai in Alaska.
And now I'm here, I can't pass up the chance to go after trout on this river, particularly its famed rainbow trout. It's a great way to sharpen up my fly fishing for my Grand Slam.
So this morning, well, it's a boyhood dream come true.
Sharing my dream will be sport fisherman Ryan Hughes.
Good morning, Ryan. Robson Green.
Morning. Morning.
Good to see you on this beautiful morning.
Yes, excellent.
So, the trout I catch back home, average 2 to 3 pound. I suspect they're bigger here.
They are. Oh, probably 9 pounds, 10 pounds, somewhere in there.
My God, that's a trout on steroids.
Absolutely.
Let's go and catch some then.
Awesome. Grab your bags, we'll head out.
Will do.
Here, there's a chance I could get the biggest rainbow trout of my life.
If ever you wondered why I like fishing, check out this location.
We're on Skilak Lake, which is part of the Kenai River system. As we are fly fishing, part of the skill is using the right lure to attract the rainbow trout. And believe it or not, one of their favourite foods is my Grandslam target, the salmon. More specifically, the flesh of dead salmon.
Now just tell me about this fly, because I think flies are amazing.
So the first part of this fly, towards where we tied on, is tied out of rabbit. And this is kind of to imitate the flesh of an older salmon, you know, whether it died naturally or filleted and released. The second part, which is these rubber strands, this is to imitate the actual intestines of a dead salmon.
I've seen some strange flies in my time. There's a one in Northumberland, believe it or not, it's called a top fly. And the top fly is made from the hair of a ram's testicles.
I'll take your word for that one.
It is. It's so true. How anyone thought of making a fly from the hair of a ram's testicles, I have no idea.
It's the kind of ingenuity that made Britain great.
Ryan, I'm excited. I'm like a coiled spring.
I am ready.
Oh,
This
man.
should be fun.
Our plan is to let the current carry us downstream.
The way we're presenting this fly is as nature intended. I'm not stripping the line, I'm not moving the rod to trot the lure against the bottom of the river. You're just allowing the current to move that fly along as the current would move the dead flesh of dead salmon along the river.
The rainbows are most likely to be down deep. My fly has to be close to the riverbed to tempt them.
That's trotting nicely along the gravel just with the current. The fish are lying in wait here because of the notes. This is the area where the likes of the dead flesh and the eggs of the salmon comes through this funnel right here.
To catch here, a fisherman has to be poised for any take.
Was that the gravel, yeah?
Could have been.
Any take by a fish, that is.
The difficulty I've got at the moment is knowing when to strike because it's obviously trotting along a gravel bed and there are fish there, but sometimes the hook gets caught on the gravel and it looks like a take by a fish.
It's a problem for me, but clearly not for everybody.
Looks like a fish on down below there.
Oh, yeah. You know, when you see other people catch fish, it kind of builds up the focus. I thought that was a fish. It wasn't. It was the gravel. Don't panic, Robson.
Pretty darn excited about it. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And we could do with some excitement over here. It's been 3 hours on the water and not a lot to show for it.
Just taking a break from proceedings with a pepper stick. No, it's not salami. It's moose. Yep. I'm chewing on elk. In the words of Ryan here, not bad for a swamp donkey.
Not quite the bite I'm looking for. So time for a change.
So we've tried the flesh fly, the rabbit fur. I don't fancy that. So we're just going to try a single coloured bead from Ryan's fancy box there. It's the marine equivalent of a sweetie shop. And that there is replicating a salmon egg. And nothing likes a salmon egg better than the rainbow trout.
Hopefully this will land me more than just gravel.
Poetry in motion, come on. This drift deserves a fish. Working well together.
Oh, there you go.
Fish on!
I'm in.
Oh, good job!
It's a rainbow trout and it's a lively one.
Oh, nice.
And I tell you what, it's the first time in my angling life I've seen a rainbow trout leap out of the water.
That's what we've been looking for.
Man, I didn't know a rainbow jumped like that. And I'm just gonna
Ready to bring
walk
him
back and we'll get him in the net. Let's have a look at him.
Go with a nice high rod for me.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah! Caught our target on one of the most iconic rivers in the world. It was only a matter of time. We caught it on the fly, never doubted you for a second. Now, one of the biggest rainbow trout you're ever likely to see. And he's so healthy and so fit, he could leap out my hands. Now, you want to know how I know this creature's a rainbow trout? Just look at that beautiful maroon band along its side. Yeah, he's a good 4.5 pounder. Okay, it's strict catch and release, so that fish is going back in. The plan was today to come out on one of my favourite rivers in the world to catch a rainbow trout, which is exactly what we've done. Not many anglers get to do that.
Awesome.
Woo!
Awesome, awesome.
What a fish! What a day!
And you know what? I think I've got the hang of it now.
Fish on!
Beautiful.
Look at the size of this trout! Now that is a rainbow trout I shall remember for a very, very long time. I'm gonna let you go, buddy, because I know for a fact you'll grow bigger.
Absolutely.
Good fish, Ryan.
Absolutely.
There you go, my beautiful, beautiful boy.
Awesome. Best rainbow of the year so far, right there.
Caught on the fly in one of the world's most extraordinary rivers.
It was about twice the size of the trout I would catch as a kid, but it was the hope of bringing in that kind of fish that got me into angling in the first place.
What an amazing start to my Alaskan Grandslam adventure.
The rainbows have given me a bright start, but the real prize of this river still awaits.
Good training for the slam.
Excellent. Best of luck on the salmon slam.
Thank you, sir. I love fishing the Kenai.
Coming up, I'm on a worldwide adventure trying to get myself into the angling record books. I'm taking on Grandslam challenges. That's getting 3 fish species from a set list within a single day. My travels have brought me to Alaska's Kenai Peninsula, where later this week I'll be going after the Salmon Grandslam. My targets, all of them different species of Pacific salmon, have been the life's blood of this area for centuries. Born in the rivers, they move to the sea to feed and to grow before returning to where they were born, to spawn and to die.
This extraordinary location is part of the Cook Inlet, and this is where millions upon millions of salmon enter the ocean for the very first and last time of their lives. Now, there are so many fish in here that you can dip a net in and pull out some of the finest salmon on the planet. And this morning, that's exactly what I intend to do.
The native Ninilchik tribe still fish using their centuries-old methods.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's it going?
I'm joining Greg and Zaleski and his son Ivan to try to catch ourselves the salmon needed to make the local delicacy known as perok.
It's a pie, but it's a traditional, original dish that was made in this village for centuries.
Can anybody just come to this beach and just cast a net?
No, the tribe has an educational fishery net. This is our site. We're going to stretch it out on this pulley system, and hopefully we'll be able to fill the net with some fish.
With our own net attached to the fixed pulley, we just need to drag it into the sea. Within the next hour, the tide should drive the salmon towards it.
The tribe runs the net every day from May 1st until September. It's an opportunity to not only get some salmon, but teach the traditions and culture and pass the traditions down to our kids.
But there are other hungry mouths on the beach today. Thankfully, Greg's thought of everything.
I had a head from an old fish yesterday, and I put it there, and
That is the method of a genius to keep those birds away from your net. Feed them.
yeah, feed them, yeah. There comes a young eagle there.
Is that a bald eagle?
Yeah, he's a young one. He hasn't
young
turned
one?
white yet, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But he's going to go get that head. He put his foot on it now.
I see, yeah.
He said it's mine now.
It's a competitive business, this traditional fishing.
It's not just you guys who want the fish around here.
Yeah.
You got the bald eagles and the seagulls and the seals to contend with.
Yeah, everyone wants a piece of the action.
We'll know we've got salmon when we see the float moving sharply.
When do you think strike time is? About an hour from now?
I think it should be any time now.
Okay.
But so far, it's all been a bit quiet.
Sometimes there's millions
Yeah,
and millions of
yeah,
salmon, and sometimes, like today, they switch off. But you know, they like movement, they like cool water. It's pretty warm. very still. Everything's against us today. Slowly but surely, we're working on our fish excuses. Because all that's going to be filling the pie this afternoon is fresh air.
We might have to go get that fish head.
Yeah.
That was yesterday's fish
Who's going to tackle the baldy?
He may be a little one, but I don't fancy taking him on. Never mind his big brother.
He's going to come in and get that fish.
What a majestic sight.
Look at that.
That's his fish now.
He got it. He got the
Picked
head.
it up.
What a sight. Yeah.
Well, at least someone's caught a fish.
That bird has got more fish than we have.
Yeah, he's doing good.
The tide's nearly in now and still nothing. I'm getting the feeling this doesn't happen too often.
You know, I don't know that I've ever been totally skunked here. Maybe I was, but
I've jinxed it. Robson Green arrived. 3 grown men, supposedly hunter-gatherers, supposedly putting food on the table. We're looking pretty sick here. That pie.
Yeah, we're looking pretty bleak. Aren't we?
Dear me, I hope the pastry's tasty.
The tide has come and gone, and we haven't caught today. This doesn't bode well for my Grand Slam. Robson Green, salmon repellent.
We got some kelp.
Okay, fill the pie with kelp. It's kelp pie. We never actually were going to make a salmon pie. It's kelp pie.
We're empty-handed and empty-stomached.
It was your net. You said there was millions of fish there. I need to dye it
How
anyway.
we can explain this?
Yeah, up to you, Ivan.
Our chef, Tiffany Stoneliffer, is expecting a fish.
It's your net. It was your net. I'm a guest.
Okay, what's the news here?
Do you want to answer that question, Nick?
No, I'd rather not.
Thankfully, Tiffany has some salmon on standby, so there will still be pie.
What most people like about pirog is the crust. And so if you've got a good crust, you're already halfway there.
I couldn't provide a real salmon, so a pastry one for the top will have to do.
Hey, that's a great goldfish.
That's a goldfish, I know. Okay, sarcasm, lowest form of wit.
Thankfully, decoration isn't vital.
Made by my own fair hand. Tiffany helped a bit.
With rice and vegetables added to the salmon for the filling, it's perfect as it is.
That is so good. This pie is usually served for a celebration, but I'm finding it difficult to work out what we're celebrating.
Sometimes you have to celebrate your failures.
In my whole lifetime, I've never seen them skunked.
It's some lovely tasting salmon, but if I'm going to get this Grand Slam, I need to catch them, not just eat them.
And here we have a map of the mighty Kenai River, all 82 miles of it. Starts in the Kenai Lake, works its way down to Skilat Lake, and then we have the lower section of the Kenai River that goes into the Cook Inlet and into the Pacific Ocean. And every year, millions upon millions of salmon travel upstream to spawn. But this week, on their journey upstream, they shall be intercepted by me in my little boat with my rod and my tackle.
But it's not that easy. The different species run upriver at different times. It's hard to know if 3 species will be present in big enough numbers to give me a strong enough chance of a slam.
It's gonna be a real challenge, and if I'm not doing well, I'll have this face on. Worried, anxious, and concerned. But hey, if I get the Grand Slam, that's the face I'll have on. It's a handsome fella, isn't he?
Before a Grand Slam attempt, I need to understand the river salmon fishing for myself. So today, I'm doing some training with pro guide Jimmy Jack Draff and seasoned salmon fisherman Stu Stanlin.
Are you confident we're gonna catch Stu?
Well, we're the best guides in Alaska, right here, Jimmy Jack and his boys.
I've heard you came to the Kenai just on a trip, didn't you?
Yeah, it was
and then you stayed.
a camping trip.
Funny
yeah.
that, isn't it?
Yeah. We were supposed to be like 5 days, and I said, no, I'm not leaving.
Yep, hey, that's true.
Jimmy and Stu know a spot where the largest of my slam targets, the king salmon, is being caught. In salmon fishing, it's a real prize, and it's even been made the state fish of Alaska.
This is their final journey upstream before they spawn. And hopefully, me, Stu, and Jimmy are gonna intercept them. Aren't we, Stu?
Yes, sir, we're gonna ambush a few of them, hopefully.
I was gonna say, Are you taking us to your secret spot? But it seems like everybody's got their own secret spot.
Well, that's right. If you got a secret spot, that ain't secret long. No.
Everybody's here. Men and women, boys and girls.
To catch, we need to allow ourselves to drift downriver, hopefully running into the king salmon as they charge upstream.
We've got our lures set. Those Rapala, or silver plugs they call them here. We're just doing this on the bottom. Now, usually when I'm fishing, that's replicating a distressed fish, and the predator will pick up on the distress signals and eat it. But here, the salmon, they don't feed because their stomach's shut down.
It's this that makes catching river salmon so tricky. You're trying to get a fish to bite when it isn't even hungry.
The most important thing is when we get a bite is not to do anything. Just let him hit it, eat it, rip it out, and then once he's running, then just pick it up and a little bit of a pop sometimes, maybe. Other than that, after you do that, just keep it tight.
Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy.
But the first catch today isn't for us.
Nice fish.
Well, as nice as another angler's fish can look.
We're ready for a slammer. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's have a takedown.
There's a lot of kings being caught on this river, but we're not getting any takes.
I'm not doubting you fellas for 1 second. But if we blank, I will doubt you. Or what do you call it here? Skunking.
Skunking.
Yes,
Skunking.
Because just the
skunking.
smell of not catching fish just reeks,
We
man.
do not enjoy that smell. No, it's not good. We like everything to be wine and roses.
That's right.
Sounds very romantic, but right now I'm feeling a bit left out.
Been trolling for an hour now. I've got that kind of frustration. They're all catching and I'm not. I know the salmon are there, in their thousands. A lot of people catching around me. I haven't come all this way to watch other people catch.
When we get too far downstream, there's nothing for it but to head back up and drift down again. Luckily, these guys have got some new ideas.
Okay, this is it. Stop the messing around. I don't know if you've noticed, but Stewie's put on his lucky fishing hat.
Yep, it's time to do business. We need a fish. We need a fish.
Right now, I'm happy to believe in anything.
Plenty of fish for everybody.
That's right.
Of course there is. Just let us have some.
As they say in the barber shop, our turn to come to be in the chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna kick off.
I've just got to keep the faith.
Jimmy, he's in there.
We are in to a member of the royal family when it comes to salmon fishing. At last.
I've hooked a king salmon, but that only matters if I can land it. My fishing journey has brought me to Alaska's Kenai River in pursuit of the salmon Grandslam. That's catching 3 species of salmon within a single day.
Whoa.
But right now, I'm trying to get just one of them. I'm into the biggest Pacific salmon species there is, the king.
I knew I was in the right place at the right time with the right person. We're slamming salmon.
A hook's one thing, bringing it in is another.
And what's not helping at the minute is we're now in really fast water and that fish is using it.
I have to keep the line tight. And with the fish running towards me, that's not easy.
Okay, I'm trying to get him out the fast water
Yeah.
there. Just bring him to the... Come on, come on, come on. He's running towards the boat. Oh, what?
Oh,
It's off.
I can't believe that. He did a good fight.
No, he did a good fight. And I was in that fight and I lost that fight.
It's King Salmon 1, my man 0.
All I can do is hope that wasn't my only chance.
Fish on!
I'm in again,
Oh, you've got a double header here?
and I'm not the only one.
Best of luck, Stu.
Same to you, man.
Like the buses in Britain,
Dude, keep that thing tight,
you
man.
wait for hours and they all come at once. Okay, I'm not losing this one. Oh, man, no, not again. Not again.
I've lost it.
God, are you kidding me?
That one was set good, too.
And suddenly, this is a spectator sport again.
Go on, Stewie. Go for glory, don't lose
I'm
it.
glad I got my teeth in. He's ripping line.
But a popular fishing spot has its problems.
Look out, Papa. Don't cut him off.
Careful.
Papa, you got it in the prop.
You run over the fish.
He's in the prop.
You still got him, Stu?
No. At least I think he's off of there. Yeah, he's off of there. No, he ain't there. He's on there.
Yeah, he's there.
Holy mackerel. It's the lucky hat. It's the damn lucky hat.
If he's still there, he's got to be good.
Big. In the bag.
Come on, partner! My God, look at that fish!
It may not be my catch, but it's a cracking king salmon.
That looks like the biggest one of today. I've not seen one that big on any boat.
No, man, that's nice.
You want to know why millions of anglers from all over the world come to the Kenai year after year? There's your reason. That is the best salmon I have ever seen in my entire life. You are looking at an athlete of the Kenai. I just wish I'd caught him.
It's one of the best eating fish on the planet, so this one's for the pot.
Well done, Stu. I'm over the moon for you.
Well, I am on the surface. Inside, I'm weeping.
Do you know what? I feel like I'm the guy who's been invited to the biggest party ever. All the other guys, they're getting the girls, you know, they're catching the fish. While me, Sado here, sat in the corner, caught nothing, nobody likes me. I'm sat here eating cheesy poofs.
I just have to hope for another chance to join the cool kids.
Fish on!
I can't lose another one.
Nice.
Coming to the boat, coming to the boat. Just stay on. Make my day. Oh,
Stay on there,
he's
honey.
a trophy, he's a trophy.
Yes,
Go
yes.
the other side,
Keep
buddy.
him tight and
Let's go
working.
with
Just keep him tight and working.
Yeah.
this fish is hot, so
Yeah, he might want to run again.
yeah.
I'm just gonna walk
Good.
backwards.
Stay right there. No, don't walk back. Just stay right against the edge. Because if we get a shot at her, I'll take her. Just stay right there. Okay. I can net it real far out.
My heart is pumping. He's a monster. Oh,
He is.
There it goes.
oh, stay on.
That's a nice fish.
Stay on.
Give me the head real quick. Oh! No, she's not ready.
Man, my heart is pounding.
Yeah, just
My
keep her
arms are
tight.
shaking.
Keep her tight.
It could be the biggest of the day, and it's certainly the liveliest.
Now lift up real high.
All right. Oh, God, Jimmy, I love you. Jimmy, I love you.
It's my first ever Kenai River salmon.
Yes, buddy. Oh, yes. That is a trophy right there. Ah. So there I was, as a 7-year-old kid, fishing on the River Tyne, hearing stories about a river in Alaska called the Kenai, where some of the best salmon in the world are caught. This is an angling dream come true. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd ever come across a fish like this, let alone catch one. That fish there is truly awesome. How am I going to top this for the rest of my angling life? Yeah! I love the Kenai in Alaska!
It's the best salmon of my life, and I know just what to do with it.
Now, Alaskans are almost as famous for smoking their salmon than they are for catching them. Each angler has their own technique and recipe. And a fish like this deserves only the best and tastiest of treatments. Fred West,
Well, my friend, what did you do today?
look what I got for you.
Fred has run his smokehouse for more than 20 years. Smoked salmon is prized all over the world, and some of the finest is made right here.
23 pounds? Yeah!
Okay, that's with the guts out. So that's probably
33, 34 pounds.
How are we going to flavor this fish?
We're going to go ahead and we're going to smoke it. And what we're going to use cottonwood that I pick off the beach. You can see it looks just like a chunk of driftwood.
Yeah, it's driftwood, yeah.
And it's been cured with salt water for years and years, and it gives its own distinct taste.
So what are we going to do? We're going to chop this up?
We're going to chop it up.
You don't put it in a shredder?
Nope.
You chop it?
This is our shredder, hand-operated shredder.
Alaska's famed for its lumberjacks.
These hard wood.
I'll be with you in a second, Fred.
And I could use one of them about now.
Perfect.
Wow, that was better. We got enough there?
That's got enough there.
Okay, on to the next stage.
The wood is vital. Much of the smoked salmon flavor comes from it.
This fishing here is going to be in 8 to 10 days.
What?
This is chums off the Yukon River. But I like using these because they have so much oil in them. Because they have a long ways to go up the Yukon.
And I've just noticed there's lots of oil on the walls and oil on the floor. Now, am I right in thinking you're not going to clean that off?
No, that's part of the aroma I get.
My salmon is being filleted for the next batch.
So in the supermarket, how much would that fillet go for?
Well, right now they're getting over $30 a pound.
So I've got a 25-pound fish
got
at
a
$30.
Yeah.
That's $750.
There you go.
I just caught myself a gold
There
mine.
you did.
It's no wonder Fred's such a happy fella.
That's a wonderful looking fish.
I'm just thinking, why didn't I sell it on the bank?
Well, it's worth it to see the experts at work.
Robson's big king he caught going in the smoker.
It's been a good day for salmon fishing. But it doesn't bode well for my Grand Slam. From fishing all day, I only got one species, and that's a long way off getting 3. I'm meeting a man who's caught his own salmon Grand Slam here and is set to help me to get mine.
Mike Flores, I presume.
Yes, sir.
Robson Green.
Mike Flores.
Good to see you.
Oh, you're a long way from home?
Clearly, the king salmon are in the river, and Mike knows the sockeyes are here too.
Right now, for just in the last 2 weeks, we've had 230,000 sockeyes come through.
But it doesn't seem the others are far enough up the river to give me a good enough chance to catch the 3rd species I need.
It's all about timing, isn't it?
It is.
I may have dreamed of this river as a boy, but it's not going to give me my Grand Slam. However, that doesn't mean I'm giving up.
Right now, we found out that all 5 species have shown up in Ketchimack Bay out of Homer.
All 5?
All 5. So we have a boat lined up for tomorrow.
This could be another chance. The fishing port of Homer is just 1.5 hours away. It's famed for its sea fishing, and as well as all my river targets, a 5th species, the chum salmon, is there too.
Well, if the fish won't come to Robson, Robson is going to go to the fish. Like a salmon, I'm going to travel all the way down the Kenai River out into the Cook Inlet.
I can only hope Grand Slam glory awaits. Coming up, I'm in Alaska, where I'm leaving the Kenai River for the port of Homer in pursuit of my salmon Grand Slam. I need to catch any 3 species of Pacific salmon in a single day, from the silver, the sockeye, the pink, the chum, or the king. If I do, I'll get my name in the angling record books.
Well, I made it to Homer. Look at that. I got up at 3 a.m. this morning. But when you see a view like that, goodness, it's worth it. And people wonder why I like fishing.
I'm meeting up again with angling pro Mike Flores.
How you doing today?
I'm very, very good.
And his crew, boat skipper Garrett and deckhand Sierra.
Let's go get him.
Okay.
Here in the sea, salmon fishing is a bit different. They're still feeding, so that means we're using bait.
I have to say, this looks like a chemistry kit.
We have a little bit of halibut, herring.
When you say halibut and herring, is that the oil from the halibut and herring?
Yes, absolutely.
Both Mike and Sierra will help me on deck, whilst Garrett spots the fish.
What have the guys been catching this week? Has it been a good week?
What we're seeing is some feeding kings coming through. We have silvers showing up. Pink salmon are getting in here thick. Then there's a few chum salmon around. We got into a couple 2 days ago. Right place, right time. I think it's going to work out.
Using the boat's radar, Garrett can see where shoals of baitfish are gathering.
Let's go get them.
And that's where the salmon will be feeding.
There's just a ton of bait balls around here in this area, in all of Cook Inlet. So we're just targeting those bait balls. We're gonna have 4 lines down. We're gonna start sending the waters and hopefully drawing in those salmon.
My slam attempt starts now, and I have 9 hours before we need to head back to shore.
Got a mark at 45 now. Definite salmon.
45 is my lucky depth for salmon.
Hopefully, that's going to be lucky for me as well.
Fish on! Take that one. Let him know, go.
Here, fish on.
Fish on, Roger. Yep.
Roger.
Okay, no sooner was this lure put in the water than boom!
Nice fish.
We're on, Mike. We're slamming salmon. Oh, yeah, that's a good fish.
Ooh. You ready?
Yeah! That's how it's done.
That's here.
It's a king salmon, much smaller than my river catch, but it's fish 1 of my slam.
Remember, today is not about size, it's about species. And that there is a king salmon. That's salmon royalty right there. 1 down, 2 to go.
But to get the rest, I'm going to have to stay sharp.
Is that playing all right?
Yeah, we're good.
Our 4 rods are all out at different depths.
Right, we got salmon at 70 feet, 50 feet, and 25 feet. This one's on 70.
And any one of them could go.
That one's probably gonna be a king or a silver, and that one's gonna be a pink. The pinks are up high, the column.
There's a lot of action down there. It's about being ready when the take comes.
Okay, over here, fish on!
Fish on. Fish on.
Okay, I never thought I'd say it, but if this is a king, I'd be a bit disappointed.
Come on, pink.
Yeah, come on.
This could be my second slam fish.
He's putting up a big fight. This is a decent-sized fish.
There he is. I like that.
Looks like a pink.
Looks like a pink. Yeah.
Like a pink.
Yeah. We have target number 2. GoPro.
Yep.
It's at the boat, but before we net it, we need to get our underwater camera to capture the moment.
Man, no!
It's off.
Oh, no, that wasn't your fault.
Maybe I should have called for the net instead. The fish is gone, and that doesn't count as a catch.
I had target number 2. It was just there in my grasp.
In sight.
But we wanted the underwater footage. But you have proof that the fish got away.
I've got some ground to make up, and I'm not taking my eyes off these rods.
Every second of the day, you got to keep focused because it's not a definite dip with the rod. The rod comes out of its clip, so you see the flick first, and then the rod just holds. So if you've not got your wits about it, you might miss the take. Which one is it gonna be?
55 feet. Yeah, buddy, another rod. The other rod just got hit.
Yeah, fish on!
I've got another chance.
Woo! Nice hit, nice take.
But it's impossible to tell what we've got on the end of this line.
Do you know what? Could be a king, could be a silver, could be a sockeye, could be a chum, could be a pink. I've no idea, Mike.
That's a big fish there.
It is a big fish,
Halibut. Halibut.
but not a salmon.
It wasn't in the script, but an icon of Alaska. It's why it's called the halibut capital of the world. That's the funniest looking salmon I've ever seen. It's not the prettiest of fish. In fact, some people think it's downright ugly. But I assure you, it is one of the tastiest on this earth. Not in the script, but we're keeping this because it's so tasty.
It's no help for my Grand Slam.
Wait.
Ooh, got him.
Could have our second target here, buddy.
But in rich waters like these, you can't always control what comes along.
Rockfish.
Oh man, we're getting fish that aren't in the script. That there's a rockfish. Nice grey and black blotches along the side. This incredible cavernous mouth. Once a small bait fish goes into there, it ain't coming out.
Fish on, fish on, fish on. Good take,
yeah.
right behind you.
Yeah, perfect.
Man, thank goodness Garrett's here. There's me rattling on about a bloomin' rockfish.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, but it's a rockfish, Garrett.
It seems I'm more likely to get a rockfish slam today.
Tide swinging. We're coming to that point where the tide's going to turn, water will slow down, and then it'll pick up again, and that's That tidal speed is just right for the targets we're after.
I can only hope the turning of the tide is going to mean a change in my fortunes.
Port side, port side!
Fish on!
It needs to be a salmon to be worth it.
Whoa, he's away.
Okay.
You want him there?
Oh.
This time, no mistakes. The net's going in.
Silver!
It's a silver salmon, and suddenly this Grand Slam's back on.
What a beauty. Hey, hey! Garrett! You said! And there we have target number 2. And that is my silver salmon. There's no spots on the fish like you have on the king, and there's no spots on the caudal fin. Very, very popular fish, incredibly tasty, and that's around 8 pounds. But most importantly, I'm 2/3 of the way there. So I've got my king, got my silver, sockeye, pink, chum, one of those 3, and we are done. Happy days.
But I may have spoken too soon. Now, 2 hours have passed without sign of any fish.
Still waiting for that one different species of salmon. Come on, where are you? Just one more, Mike.
What's that?
Just one more.
I know.
It's times like this you understand why fishermen tell stories of the one that got away.
8:30 this morning, I had a pink salmon next to the boat. Oh, let's show the world how beautiful it is in a natural habitat. Yeah, great. Then it buggered off. Had I have not said that, I would have had the Grand Slam. God damn it!
With another hour slipping away, I'm starting to wonder if these waters have any more to give.
We got a big mess of birds coming up, boys. They're feeding.
And if the birds are feeding on bait fish, that means the salmon might be too.
We're going over a bait ball. Make sure we got something at 25 feet.
This could be it.
You got it.
Fish on! Neutral!
Neutral, fish on.
Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Please let this be it. Could this be Grand Slam salmon glory? Come on, show yourself to the IGFA. What are you?
Keep reeling, keep reeling. Oh, chum?
Garrett thinks it's a chum salmon. If it is, I've done it.
What? That's a king. Never have I been so disappointed to see a beautiful creature like that.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, that's a monster king.
Another king doesn't get me my slam, but it's the biggest salmon of the day.
Now, every angler I know back home would be over the moon with a king salmon like that. You're looking at a good 12-pounder there. And I have to say, I've never seen a king salmon with teeth like that. Beauty, absolute beauty.
And with the minutes ticking by, it's becoming painfully clear that's to be our last catch.
Ah, well, Mike, we tried. That close.
I know it.
I haven't got my salmon Grand Slam, but I wouldn't have missed the attempt for the world.
Caught our target on one of the most iconic rivers in the world.
The 7-year-old me learning to fish in Newcastle upon Tyne once dreamed of these waters.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome.
What a fish!
I fished in the old way
Who's going to tackle the baldies?
and the new.
Picked it up. Oh, Jimmy, I love you. Ah, Jimmy, I love you.
There's been some bumps along the way,
Man, no. That wasn't your fault.
but at least here there's places fishermen can go to console each other.
We nearly did it. Nearly. There's always next time, Mike.
This has been a trip I'll always be pleased to remember.
Oh, man.
Not least for the best salmon I ever hope to catch.
I love the Kenai in Alaska. I came here for the Salmon Grand Slam, and I came so close. I might not have got it, but what I did get was the fish of a lifetime. And good times with great people, along with an angling experience I shall never forget. Not bad for a young fella from Geordie Land.